welcome to Skunk the Weed from Hell Part 2. My name's Dr. M. I thought I'd make a little response video to the video I originally made, Skunk the Weed from Hell, that I made back in 2002, 2003. I thought I'd make a little response because I thought there's some points that I need to clarify and clear up in regards to some of the comments I've been getting, which are some which have been positive and led to some incredibly good debate, because we need to debate, because we need to be informed about everything that's going on as much as possible so that we can make informed choices for ourselves without having to listen to the media, which is basically full of shit, as we all know. And that's why the internet is beautiful, God bless it, and everyone who rides upon it. Now, in regards to like my own personal experience, at that time, 2002, 2003, when skunk was kind of like getting strong, taking over the street. Now it's completely taken over the streets in London. Then we could still get bits and pieces of weed. Back 10 years before that, 3 or 4, so even 2 or 3 years before that, we could still get like a variety of weed like Thai, Durban, a couple of types of red seal, gold seal, temple ball, everything like that. We could still get bits and pieces of. Once skunk come along, it started gripping the market because it makes so much money. And that's my point. It makes so much money, skunk, and it's because you can grow it in houses and in places in the UK with hydroponics and lights and things. It makes it much easier than importing weed. So we've lost the choice of weed that we once had. Now, I'm not a dealer. I'm not a grower. I'm not a person who imports weed. But we used to have a better selection of weed back in the day, and that's my point. My point is, I'm not against SK. I'm not against skunk. If you want to smoke skunk, smoke skunk. Smoke it with your mum, your dad, your friends, your brothers. Use your cat as a bong. You know what I mean? Smoke it out of your girlfriend's knickers. I don't care. It's got nothing to do with me. I wish peace upon all men and women out there, especially people who like to smoke a zoot or two. I've got nothing against SK, nothing at all. I like choice, and that's what the whole point of the video is. Skunk has taken away the choice because the growers and the dealers are predominantly greedy people, and they've gone for something that makes them more money, the most money. They don't care what the after effects are. Now, back in the day, I had friends who used to smoke normal weed, normal ash like we all did. Once they stepped up to the skunk, some of them developed cannabis psychosis after years of smoking normal weed, and they never got cannabis psychosis. Now, that can only lead you to think one thing, that strong, very, very strong use of very, very strong weed after the use of normal weed can lead to cannabis psychosis. Now, some people are more predisposed to that, and we understand that. Everybody understands that. We're not stupid, you know what I mean? But when you take away the choice, so it's like going into an off license. I don't know what you call it in America. A place where you buy liquor and booze. You know what I mean? You go in and you say, "Yo, can I have a beer?" And they go, "Sorry, mate, we only sell special brew now. All the other fucking beers are gone. No Fosters, no Carling, no normal beers. The only beer we got is 23% special brew." Well, it's 9%. You got wickets. You go over the park, you smoke, you drink your can of special brew, and you're like that. Lord, what about Lord? You go home and your wife leaves you. Now, the point I'm making is that we want choice. We don't want to have just one weed that is like so strong that you have to smoke a zoot that big. Some of us want to smoke a spliff that long and that fat and tasty. You know what I mean? Like, no one. Like, so many of the comments are like, "You know what, you should. You know what, mate. You know what, blood. If it's too strong for you, you're an arsehole first. Second, if it's too strong for you that weed, you should smoke just a little bit of it." Yeah, we understand that. We're not stupid. The point is I'm making, sometimes you want to smoke a whole spliff, like a cigar. The whole point of smoking a cigar is because it's enjoyable all the way through the smoke. Do you know what I mean? The same way as a spliff can be. The weed is nice, dried out properly and tasty. It's a very nice experience smoking a big fat spliff over 1 hour watching The Wire or watching some porn with animals. Whatever your flavours are, you know what I mean? So the point is I'm making choice. We don't, not all of us are smoking just to get high. Some is just for the flavour, just to relax, just to unwind the madness of the day. We don't want to just get high instantly from a spliff. I know a lot of young geezers and a lot of young girls out there, that's what they want. I mean, I want to get mashed so quick, lad. Not all of us are like that. Some of us are older, mature people with families, whatever. People who still People in their 70s, 80s, 60s, 50s, you know what I mean, whatever, who still want to smoke a little spliff. The choice has been taken away from them. And about propaganda, the government is full of propaganda. The media is full of shit, trust me. It's like a big steaming bag of shit that when you open it, more shit comes out all over you. That's why you shouldn't watch much TV unless it's like National Geographic about whales or Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls. There's some good stuff out there, but there's a lot of propaganda, a lot of shit on the TV, and the government don't know fuck all. And you're right. What they do is they spread bollocks about weed and how harmful it is and everything else. Alcohol, by a long shot, is far more harmful. Causes a lot more deaths, a lot more money cost to the country, a lot more brain cells damage. People fighting on Saturday nights, Friday nights. I DJ for 20 years, and I've seen it, man. In clubs where people are smoking weed. There was never any trouble, just a few guys bumping into each other going, yo, what you said? Nice trainers, blood. Where'd you get them? Wicked, you know, I got them from the... If that is a place where people are drinking, they bump into each other like, I'll fucking kill you, wanker. And then the next is, Nino, and you're nicked and everyone's down in the hospital in casualty, and then they got you, you're on Bravo television, you know what I mean? And you got your eye hanging out and your nose will bust open, and it's all because of alcohol. We know that. Weed and smoke, you know what I mean, and ash and everything is much better on the whole than alcohol, better than any of those drugs. You know what I mean? By a long shot, and I agree. But the propaganda thing, the weed is strong. The weed now in this country, especially in London, is predominantly very strong weed, grown by a lot of like Chinese gangs, mafia gangs out there. They're renting out houses, they're growing weed in their houses. They don't even understand weed. They don't even smoke it, man. They're not proper growers. They're not proper people whose heart is in the plant. You know what I mean? I grow like weed, I sell it to you. Them geezers, man, don't even buy weed from them because they're only fucking doing it like the same way as they burn DVDs to make money out of you. It's just to make money. It's all to make money. You can find genuine people out there who love the herb, love the plant, love what it represents. You know what I mean? And they're the kind of people you've got to seek out in life. The rest are just as bad as the scum in the government, man. Trust me. They're all at it with ego and with themselves and with money and with their own private agenda. You have to find an old Rasta geezer or something like up Canada and go, lad, and he's walking around and he's like, lad, you go, yo, excuse me, have you got any? Yes, me, I have everything you need, lad. Come with me back to my place, me give it to you right now. Go and find a nice genuine geezer like that. If you could find one. Camden Town, I don't even know where that is. Anyway, I've written a couple of points down. A couple of people getting very angry and defensive before they've even thought about what they're saying. Think about what you're saying, man, before you type it out. You, especially I got someone from America as well. Yo, you stupid motherfucking asshole. Look at this shit you don't know. Fuck off. In the comments box. And I'm like, what, man? Come on, just have a debate. Let's discuss this. We ain't going to get nowhere by fighting. If you think propaganda is bad, if you get amongst your enemy, if you think the government is against us and the government is dividing us with issues like this, they're winning all day long. They're keeping us distracted while we talk shit amongst ourselves. The best thing we could do is sit and have a debate. That's why I'm making this thing now. I know enough people are going to put little comments and say, you fucking idiot. Don't even know what you're talking about. Look at you, man. Look at you. No problem, man. You're your mum and your dad. Nature is king. I've got to make one more point. Nature is king. This planet is amazing, man. It's a living organism. We're organisms upon it. Everything that grew and evolved on this planet is for a reason. You know what I mean? Weed is for a reason, man. For us to utilise and enjoy and take the benefits from. We don't need to modify it. We don't need to genetically probe it. You know what I mean? We don't need to make its hips bigger and its tits bigger. You know what I mean? And its waist smaller. We don't need to do all that shit that we do to each other in the world. Leave nature alone. The best thing in the world, in the universe ever created. Anyway, peace and love. Hope I get some good responses so we can debate this further. In the meantime, easy, Lord!